Hey, friends and family of the Downtown Church. As this week comes to a close, let's remember what we've discussed. Surrender. In order for us to grow closer with God and to God, we must surrender all of us. Our pain, our finances, our relationships, our traumas, our fears, our anger. I want to continue where we left off yesterday with forgiveness. This is so important in our walk with God. I've often told people many times, if you choose not to forgive, the people who hurt you are living rent-free in your head. It's true. Oftentimes the people that hurt you, they do so and they move on with their lives. For us, we need to realize that forgiveness is letting go of this thing that we want to hold close, because you don't want to let that person get away with hurting you. You may even be honest enough to say that you really want them to pay. But my statement to you this morning is let go and forgive. Yield to the big step that God is asking you to take. Not because it makes sense or feels good. I know it's scary to surrender. I know it feels uncomfortable to step into the unknown and the unfamiliar or the uninvited new place. But if that's what God is asking you to do, yield. Surrender, forgive, trust, pray, go, stay, run, turn, kneel, pray. Whatever emotions stir inside you when you consider forgiving, stop to pray about them right now. Pause and talk to God about what concerns you. He already knows. He wants you to have the conversation with it. Choose to forgive. Remember that over and over and over again. Our Father in heaven is willing to forgive you. You just have to make it your business to ask. And so we need to forgive those that have hurt us. Think about these questions. Have there been times in your past that you needed to surrender to God? Maybe you've held on to a time or a past season, or you thought you've already moved on from the moment that you haven't fully acknowledged or surrendered to God. Are there relationships that you need to surrender to God? Maybe the person you've been dating, the tension with your spouse, your desire to be overly involved in your adult child's life, a toxic friendship that you've been holding on to. I'm challenging you today. Surrender to God. Forgive those who have hurt you. I invite you, as God invites us, to forgive others for offenses that have impacted our lives in big ways. Forgive the birth mother who relinquished you. Forgive the father who left you. Forgive the one who abused you. I know those are big. And when we do the hard work of forgiving our offenders, we experience the healing and the wholeness that God intends for our lives. Now, there are smaller offenses too that God wants us to forgive. Remember that husband or that spouse that always leaves dirty dishes or dirty clothes in the sink or in the laundry basket or on the floor? Maybe they leave the cabinet doors open, or they just don't put the seat back down. Maybe there's a coworker who always calls you by the wrong name. Maybe there's someone in your life who is chronically late to everything and it drives you up a tree. Or maybe you've got a child whose mouth gets the better of them. God is wanting us to grow hearts that are quick to forgive. We need to forgive. We need to surrender. In order to move forward with God, we have to let go of the things of the past that are still hurting us. That is when we will experience true freedom with Him. Go today and love God and love people. Go and serve God and serve people. God bless you. Have a great weekend.